all those governors that have been in the corridor of power that he put there, what are they coming to do? What do you think that those governors are coming to do? Yeah?
Well, someone might stand to disagree with you. I don't know. He's talking about...
I would disagree with you.
Okay.
You know, we have to be dispassionate in evaluating issues.
Okay.
When we're looking at national issues, we should go beyond what we perceive to what is balanced evaluation.
Okay.
You tell me Partey is a politician? Partey was headhunted from the US. Let me the politician from Bauchi State.
Yes.
Quite a number of technocrats.
Dr. Partey,
and don't forget this. You see, the dynamics of politics is such that when you win an election, you must first of all stabilize your government. If you don't stabilize your government and build on cohesion, you have challenges. If you must hit the ground running, you must have cohesion at your beck and call.
People who will stand for you.
Yes, consensus building. And these guys, they're calling ordinary, they are not ordinary politicians. They are critical blocks. If you look at the Nigerian political setting very well, that was where Obi missed it. You don't understand how Nigeria works. Nigeria does not work like America. It doesn't work like Norway or Sweden or Finland.
So you have to understand the dynamics,
the culture of the people, the socio-cultural engagements. And it should stabilize the government that Ashwaji brought some of these people is bringing. All these past governors they're bringing. They understand how the dynamics, how the pressure works. So they will help him build a government. You know, when you start as president, you start as 90% politics, 10% development. As you build consensus, you can now move into 40% politics, 60% development, and keep going like that. But if you think you don't be technocrats, you scatter everything.
So how would you put the percentage right now from
as it is now? It's more like 45%, 55%. That's politician of 45%, technocrat like 55%. Like the Lola from Lagos is a technocrat. She's not a politician. She's not a known person. Even the politician is a technocrat. It's not a politician.
Yes.
You understand? And there are quite a number of people like that. So we must go beyond who we voted for. We've gone beyond election now. We should be talking about how to build Nigeria. And when you look at the moves, is it really like you call a politician? You and I know you're a media person. Is it like a politician? It's an egghead. You understand? So when you look at the dynamics, he's doing the best he can. And the truth is, I don't envy Ashwaju. I don't envy Tinubu. Because the state at which he met Nigeria, he can't talk because it's his party. But the state at which he met Nigeria was not a very, it was not a very nice state. So he must first of all look at how to stabilize, build strength, build consensus.
Because he has a lot of battles that are facing him. Yeah. So I think you need to plant his foot very well.
You must have an inclusive government. The Basuti Jani has been roasted in social media for being NSAS and blah blah blah. He has the constituency. You can't take it away. Apart from the technocrat, that he has the constituency. You can't take it away from him.
Yeah.
So when you now bring people like that, you know, you bring even people that you know did not vote for you, bring them on board. You are building cohesion. The commander-in-chief has two critical pillars: power of cohesion, power of coercion. The dimension to which you use coercion depends on the cohesion, your coercive ability, the goodwill you have built. So building on goodwill is not rubbish. It's critical to government. You understand? So I mean, I know he has done. We've had issues. He has done perspective. But that I worked in presidency. So I know how it works. The president must first of all stabilize. It's not like governor. Okay. He must first stabilize before you now fly. You now move.
Okay, let me. I mean, you can react to what he has said.
I have taken time to listen to my friend.
Yeah.
By me listening to him, you know that he's a Tinubu supporter. He's a Tinubu diehard.
I wouldn't want to ask you which supporter you are, but let's talk about it.
And he alluded to Obi not understanding Nigeria. When Obi has not been elected, you have not seen what he intends to do. You understand? So that one is a non-issue. But what we are saying, drawing from history, you know, when Obasanjo was elected president, he put technocrats into his regime. Until tomorrow, they are still functioning in their various capacities as technocrats. You understand? So don't tell me that putting former governors maybe that did one thing or the other for you, that it is what is meant by inclusion. What inclusion are we talking about? You understand? So what I feel is that Tinubu is a core politician. He doesn't think about the economy. He doesn't think about any other thing. He's thinking about the next election. And that is why he's putting these men there. People that we have win election. You understand? already you know that he has legitimacy problem. You understand? So he's trying to see how he stabilizes himself, not the country, so that in the next election, they will still support him. If he will be there till the next election.
I think the judgment is taking place on the 14th of September, but we'll come to that.
Sorry, he made mention of Obasanjo appointing all technocrats. I worked under Obasanjo's government. Sunday Afolabi was a technocrat.
We are not saying that it's basically all of them.
APP chairman that was appointed as cabinet member, was a technocrat? AD chairman, was a technocrat?
I have the floor. I have the floor. Allow me to talk. If you check, Obasanjo he brought Okonjo-Iweala. He brought so many of them that are still doing one thing or the other in their various different capacities. You understand? That is how, if you look at Nigeria, Nigeria is in their need of somebody that will revive the economy. And that's how what he said about Obi comes in. Obi promised us that if he's elected president, that he's going to turn Sambisa to agricultural land. What are we producing? Only oil. That you produce oil, you export everything.
You know, somebody will tell you words are cheap, but action is a bit difficult.
But I can tell you that. I can tell you that if you bring somebody that know what he's doing as president, he will focus first on the economy.
And you think Obi has the capacity to do all of that?
He has.
Okay, a lot of issues have been raised by you, legitimacy, the issue of competency, technocrat and all of that, but you can react to some of the issues.
Let's go back to the issue of technocrats or no technocrats.
No, he's asking about competency.
No, I have the floor. I have the floor now.
Okay.
I have the floor. In the presidency, you bring on board politicians, bureaucrats and technocrats to create for balance. Now, if you don't have peace in a certain zone, you cannot talk of economy of that place.
So what has he done to restore peace? Is it by flooding your list with politicians?
We're not attacking each other here. You know?
We're learning actually that Nigeria.
It's supposed to be a dialogue. If you look at the appointments he's made in the security setting, you know that he understands this country very well. You see, if you don't get some basics right, you won't get it at all. Now, I have to talk about, I have to hit a lot of issues because he talked on a lot of issues. So telling me Tinubu does not understand economy, that's intellectual rascality. And I'll give you evidence of what I'm talking about. Tinubu was appointed treasurer of Mobile. By that time, Mobile was living in a rental, was operating for a rental apartment. Tinubu was the one that, even though it was not a management staff, he was the one that initiated Mobile getting their own property.
What evidence do you have to back up what you're saying?
His bosses have come out to
said than done. You back everything you say. You have to back it up.
I have the floor. I will leave if that's the case. Okay. So that's one. Lagos, where I come from, Tinubu does not understand economy, but he built a free trade zone. Government export processing zone has crashed. Tinubu's free trade zone is an excellent one. The way you have the Dangote refinery, you have Bua operating there, and quite now I'm told about 200 multinationals are already there. That is Tinubu's project. Is it the Atlantic City? Like the PPP, public-private partnership? No, let's go to Anambra State. He said they saved money in Anambra State. Anambra became the headquarters of Goli erosion in Africa. Meanwhile, Obi was saving money in Anambra State, and Goli erosion was devouring Anambra State. In Lagos, when we had the ocean surge from the Bar Beach, you must have been to Lagos before. Bar Beach was an eyesore for those who believe in Lagos, who are from Lagos State. You get what I'm saying? Each time we see Bar Beach, it's heart-rending. It was heart-rending. But Tinubu built, first of all, he took permission from the federal government because the coastline is on the exclusive list. Only the federal government can deal with that. He took permission to intervene there. And the government was spending 5 billion, I think, every month on Bar Beach. That was where they conceived the idea of the Atlantic City. And then they brought in a company from the Netherlands. They had done something similar in Dubai. And before you could say Jack, they transformed that coastline. Now, you go to that place today, there are places you go to, you won't believe it's Nigeria. Because somebody was thinking. If you ask anybody who has been in Lagos, has been to Lagos before Tinubu became governor, Lekki and Aja, those were slums and shanties. Today, people who boast that I live in Lekki, I live in Aja. Somebody was thinking, using his head. So don't tell me a man like that is stupid. I'm a Christian, I voted for Tinubu. they branded him Muslim, whatever. But I didn't see that Muslim thing. I saw a man that transformed Lagos. No other human being has advanced democracy in Nigeria from 1999 till date, like Tinubu. When he was governor, he was always the leader challenging the federal government. He was the leader of opposition. Why was Obi when we were fighting for Nigerian democracy? Why was Obi? How many times has Obi addressed the issue of true federalism as a member state governor? We know what Tinubu did in Lagos State. So, but because of sentiments and all kinds of...
Right, some other person will tell you that insecurity was on the high side. They'll mention the issue of education.
Yes, you cannot address insecurity.
So the issue is that
the culture of the people.
Okay, let him just land. Okay.
You cannot address insecurity unless you look at the social-cultural dynamics that brought about the insecurity. And the people does not have social-cultural intelligence, doesn't even know how the North works. But when you picked a VP, I laughed. You know why I laughed? The man you brought in the North is not acceptable. They see him as a club guy. They don't see him as a real Northerner. That's the truth. That's going to the social-cultural dynamics of the people. And it's because Obi does not have a relationship with the North. He has not studied them. He does not know how they work. He does not know what their pressures or their pleasures are. He does not know what their aspirations are. Okay, he tells us there's insecurity in northern Nigeria, but he does not talk about this.
Okay, just land so that you drop your statement quickly before you go. Okay, he has mentioned a lot of issues.
He said that Obi picked a club boy. The owner of Base University in Abuja here, and then I think in Kano, he's a club guy.
And I think one of the nominees
that is not acceptable by the North. You can see most of the things he's saying here are fantasy. I don't fantasize, I talk concrete things. Even all these things he attributes to Tinubu in Lagos, some were done by Fashola, some were done by Ambode.
Who brought Ambode?
You understand? Some, not even, Tinubu didn't do anything in Lagos. And mind you, Lagos was developed.
Tinubu did not do anything.
Let me tell you, yes, Lagos was developed even before Tinubu's grandfather was born.
That's a lie.
We know that Lagos was the capital of Nigeria.
So how do you attribute the progress of Lagos to such people?
It was the biggest slum.
What
Calabar was first.
Now listen, talking about pro-democracy movement, what we saw Tinubu did was during when Jonathan wanted to remove subsidy.
Before then,
he came out smoking. All of them they attacked Jonathan. They said that he cannot do it. That was the contribution of Tinubu. And now he has just removed.
Let me just come up with
wait, he has just removed subsidy when our economy was not stable. You understand? But all of the candidates actually promised they were going to take off subsidy. Yes, that was the promise. But before you remove subsidy, you have to put palliatives on ground. You don't just wake up and
thinking. Listen, if you plan for subsidy, you will never remove it. Obasanjo was a strong man. You agree with me? Obasanjo could not remove subsidy. They were doing turnaround maintenance under Obasanjo until Buhari. Tinubu stopped it. Now let's even go. Is anything bad about subsidy? Let's even go to the issue of subsidy. There is nothing bad in America. Does it make sense that you are borrowing money to pay subsidy? You are borrowing money to pay subsidy. Does it make sense? In the subsidy, you are borrowing money to pay subsidy. Why not you tackle the Cameroon, for Sudan, for Niger? Now the coup in Niger, I'm told, part of the issue was a subsidy issue of Nigeria that caused it. Now on a good day, it's not that we have mixing sentiments and prejudicial issues. He is a lawyer, but he was not being objective here. I know him very well. He had no twisting issues.
You are thinking.
No, he has
a thinking president that is angling to go to war.
He's not angling to go to war.
ECOWAS
has had conventions. International politics. ECOWAS had a convention. It's not Nigeria that's going to war. ECOWAS is looking at
mobilizing ourselves. But he could be acting under the capacity as the ECOWAS chairman. Not as a Nigerian president.
That is arrant nonsense. Nigeria sponsors everything that ECOWAS. 90% of whatever ECOWAS do. You understand? And that's even the more reason they gave him the
are you aware that this impending engagement,
you understand? You see how African leaders think.
No, you see, he's being prejudicial.
You understand?
And
so
I don't like. I don't like discussing people that are prejudicial.
So you are not being optimistic about Tinubu's government at all?
I am not expecting anything from him.
Well, you have right to be. You have right to be.
Number one, I did not vote for him.
Pessimistic.
Number two, I am not expecting anything from him.
So what if things turn our fortune change for good?
I can bet you with my life that nothing is going to change. The way they are going.
The man he wants to
even the Senate under Ababio. Even the Senate under Ababio.
You don't understand politics.
The way they are going.
Go and do whatever. You don't
understand. You will see the way they are going.
You don't know politics.
They are not going to do anything.
You don't know politics. So go and see.
Nigeria is a game for them. You understand? Nigeria is a game for them.
Please ask your question. These are two people that are here. Ask your question quickly. Please, you need to answer. He's the lawyer.
He said Tinubu have not done anything in Lagos State. Well, meanwhile, the successor to Tinubu was Fashola, right? Yes. It was Tinubu that installed him.
How will he install him?
Let him drop his question.
Let me correct them. You can't correct us. They will always tell you that Tinubu brought.
I believe that.
How can one man in a working democracy bring governors? Are you bringing governors? Are you the masses of Lagos? Meanwhile, he mentioned something.
Okay, you're asking a question.
Yes.
He mentioned something about only erosion.
Moderator, you should moderate.
Have you been to Anambra?
Have you been to Anambra before?
I've passed to Anambra.
He passed to Anambra. And you know that Anambra is the...
He will not allow me to...
Where did you go in Anambra?
The visuals I had, Onitsha, the visuals I had...
Go in Onitsha,
Gully erosion, devouring house...
That is a fallacy.
He knows what I'm talking about.
That is a fallacy. If you come to the
what southeast... What did Obi do in Anambra?
If you come to the southeast is prone to erosion. Not only Anambra. And you know that federal government does not pay attention to most of the things that happen to the southeast.
Ecological funds.
You understand?
He took ecological... What did he do ecological funds?
You know how much
what did you do with ecological funds?
How much?
Humongous amount I cannot mention.
It's a scam. It's a scam.
You understand?
You are saving money.
Was he having any local government chairman under him?
No.
Humongous amount.
He did not carry out. There was no election under Obi. No local government election under Obi.
Okay, so
there was no local government election under Obi.
But we all agree that, you know, Obasanjo said no politician is a saint, but Obi is a bunch of integrity.
He's not. Obi is not. We don't even mention integrity when we talk about
Obi is coming.
Obi is
don't mind them.
He has too many faces. You don't even know who Obi is.
Talking about.
You don't know who Obi is.
Okay.
How do you tell me you won an election when did not vote for you? Why did Obi win in Northern Nigeria?
Didn't vote for him.
Sokoto didn't win Sokoto.
Didn't vote for him. Taraba didn't vote for him. Benue didn't vote for him.
Didn't Kaduna.
The whole of North Central didn't vote for him. What a fallacy! And he won.
You saw me standing with somebody earlier on. The guy from Borno State. I was talking with that guy. The one guy told me there.
What do you mean by not?
And he was analyzing the issue. He said until you understand the knots, they will not work with you. And you can't win elections without the knots.
Everywhere. What are
you went to Kano. You didn't go to Emir of Kano. You went to...
Was he going to Emir of Kano? What look at this man? What are you talking about?
Excuse me.
Old century thinking. Old century thinking. Don't mind him. Old century thinking.
Academic nonsense.
Thinking.
This academic nonsense.
You know, that is research.
That is the everything.
I'm a research person.
You have told me.
I've seen evidence.
You're working on sentiment.
It's a pity I'm winding up your anger.
I want to take my leave.
Okay, gentlemen.
I've stirred up your anger. It's a pity. But that's not the way it works.
Not angry. Just
no, you're angry.
You are angry. You are state.
You're all angry.
Okay, so whatever it is, we have a government on ground. Let's all support as Nigerians.
That has legitimacy problem. Until that legitimacy problem is solved.
According to you.
Not according to me, according to Nigeria. Didn't you hear what the Kupis in Niger State, what they told our president when he wanted to poke his nose into their affair? That issue solved in legitimacy problem.
Niger
Republic. In Niger State?
Niger.
I said Niger. I said
Niger State.
He said Niger. He meant Niger.
Even if I said
he meant
Niger. What is Niger State?
Don't you make mistakes?
Niger State.
You have not solved your internal problem. You are looking at Niger.
Niger State now.
Is it not the same spelling?
Spell it. Niger is not Niger. It's not Niger. Niger is not Niger. I am supposed to be a lawyer.
This guy. Let me tell you. You see, this kind of person is the problem of Nigeria. They don't want to
answer questions. You are the problem of Nigeria because you live in a make-believe world. How can Obi win the
This guy
election?
has not been to Anambra. He has not been to any part of the
How
Southeast.
can-
And he's talking about
How can I
Southeast.
say he won the election? I don't understand what.
No, how can
on
Obi
what
win an election? I
premise?
think we need to correct that. Obi can win an election.
No, if he had worked for it, he didn't work for it.
If
I'll give
the
an example
objective,
now.
we
You
know
go
what
to
happened.
Kano, you want to Kano, you go to Kano, you ignore the emir of Kano, you go to Sabongari. You go to Sokoto, you ignore Sultan of Sokoto, you go to where Igbos are, and you want to win elections there. We are Yoruba, we are more liberal, but everybody is not as liberal as we are. That's the truth. And if we look at the reality, Obi didn't win the election, wasting his time. On a serious note.
So you think the judgment? You think the judgment on 14th of the of
You
course.
and I know, yeah, media, but you and I know that the judgment to rule against him. Have you also occurred to you that Obi is not a member of the Labour Party? By law, 30 days before the primaries, he was not a member of that party. Obi left PDP on 25th. He entered Labour Party on 27th. On 30th, he won a Labour Party ticket. By law, he's not a member. They brought in the register of Anambra State Labour Party members. Obi's name was not there. So I'm not expecting any the tribunal to say anything out of this.
But that matter has gone to court.
Obi had no case.
This matter he's talking about has gone to court.
Well, let's see how
that's the
that
thing.
pans out. Actually, thank you. I appreciate your great analysis this
Yeah.
morning. We're one Nigeria. Let's try and support whatever
That's the
it
most
is.
important
We have a
thing.
government
I thought we had gone beyond
and
the
let's
elections.
give our support. But in the issue of the court case, let's wait until 14th of this
It's
month
next week.
and let's see what pans out.
Yeah.
God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Amen. And God bless the president too.
I appreciate it.